Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Chris Sommer. We're going to be going ahead and starting the presentation now. But before I get started, I want to go ahead and start by going over a few ground rules. The agenda is going to work in the following way: that we are going to be I'm doing a 5-minute introduction, and I'm going to be letting our guest speaker for this evening, Michael Owen. He's going to be going over his information for about 15 minutes. And then we'll have a 10-minute open question and answer session at the end. So please save all your questions to the end. And if you would, there is a chat function for those who are on by laptop. Please go ahead and text us throughout the presentation. We'll answer them in order as that we receive them. But please chat your questions that you have for us, and myself and both Michael Owen will go ahead and answer those questions to the best of our ability for the remaining 10 minutes. We're going to be done in a half an hour, so just want to make sure that everyone knows the ground rules. So please, and if you're on the phone, I see we have a few people on the phone, please wait till the end, and I'll go ahead and once Michael's done, we'll go back over and allow you guys, if we have time, to go ahead and ask your questions verbally. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and start the presentation. So, okay. Again, my name is Chris Sommer. I'm the Managing Director of Hope for Homeowners Consulting. We are an attorney-backed consulting firm based out of Wesley Chapel, Florida. And today, our discussion for today is going to be in regards to the foreclosure suspension that happened just recently. Going over the latest strategies that we are using, that the law firm is using for other experts in the area and for their homeowners and their clients, and basically to give you the most up-to-date information that we can give to you on the foreclosure market and defenses being used. That being said, I want to go ahead and thank Michael Owen for coming in today. I've worked with the law firm Chris Spano for a good while now. They have a vast amount of experience in this area. They've done a great job for a lot of my clients, and I appreciate what they do, but I'll get to Michael in just a second. Again, we are an attorney-backed firm, and what do we do? For those people who don't know what Hope for Homeowners Consulting does, we are purely a consulting company for distress/foreclosure properties. And what we do is we handle all aspects of settlement, minus obviously legal advice, from beginning to resolution and thereafter. Our purpose is to help our clients get out of their problems and help them reestablish their lives. Overall, we help our clients stay in their homes if possible. But one thing I do want to stress, if that's not possible, we help them get out of their homes without being financially devastated, which is just as equally an important question that people need to, a task that they need to get taken care of for them. Also, we'll ask, all we ask really from our clients that we work with is prompt response to our paperwork requests, and say yes or no to the settlement offers we bring to them. For the most part, we handle everything else, again, besides the legal aspects in the settlement process for our clients. So basically, no more sending in docs, negotiating with your lender on your own, and trying to navigate the very complicated waters of the settlement process with your lenders. We actually take care of that for you. Basically, to give you an overview on what we do and our process involved, is we basically, our standard operating procedure is problem solving. Is a 3-step problem solving situation to where we assess your financials and we get the truth of the reality of where our clients stand, cash flow, net worth, and we developed a personalized action plan that's personalized to the specific client's needs and resources. And then sometimes in cases with multiple properties, strategies differ with each property. We basically take the stress, hassle, and confusion out of the process and let our clients go back to leading a normal life. And again, one thing that differs for us from other, other people out there in the industry is, one, we take it from a holistic approach. We don't try to paint the solution with the same brush. Could be the same. One client may have different strategies for 3 different properties, depending on what all the determining factors would be in their case. So that being said, that is our company, Hope for Homeowners Consulting, and of course you've got our website up in front of you. And if you need anything else, just definitely let us know throughout the presentation. But other than that, I want to go ahead and introduce Michael Owen. Michael Owen is, again, one of the leading foreclosure defense attorneys in the area. And I'll basically hand the floor over to Michael at this point in time.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. As Chris said, my name is Michael Owen, and I am an attorney here at Christmas and Spano Law Firm. Prior to being an attorney, I was a licensed mortgage broker as well as a licensed real estate agent. Just real brief and quick, because I got a lot of information to go over. Our firm basically started in Tallahassee, Florida in 1995. Now we have a few locations in Riverview, Tampa, and Clearwater as well. The main focus of what we do here, or more so what I do, is foreclosure defense. And real quick, I'd like to say, too, do not rely on any of this information I give you for your particular case. Each case is unique. So I'd highly recommend, if you've been served a summons and complaint or you're about to be foreclosed on, seek counsel immediately. This information here most likely won't be good enough for you to defend your case. I'm going to paint everything with kind of a broad stroke here. So first of all, foreclosure basically, as everyone knows, is devastating to people. Your home technically is probably the largest investment you're going to make in your life. And this current real estate situation, leads people into bankruptcy. It's a retirement killer. And most of my clients come to me and they're emotionally distraught. And it's a real rewarding practice to try to help people negotiate some type of settlement. What Florida is, we are a judicial foreclosure state, which basically means that you can defend the case. 27 states are non-judicial foreclosure states, which just basically means that the bank can just roll over and foreclose on you without giving you the opportunity to defend your case. And what we basically do is we give you leverage in your foreclosure. We answer the complaint, or I may move to dismiss. We file the answer along with your affirmative defenses, which there are a whole host of affirmative defenses available for you. We'll hit them with 1 or 2 rounds of discovery. Basically, we make the bank prove up their case. Obviously, we can't guarantee you any outcome, but obviously, if you defend your case and you assert your proper affirmative defenses, it's going to give you leverage and help you negotiate one of the 3 common settlements. What the bank wants you to do, they basically don't want you to answer. They're going to file a foreclosure lawsuit against you, and basically it's going to give you 20, or now I'm seeing actually 30 days to respond. What they hope is that you don't answer within that time period. A default gets entered against you. They'll accompany that default with what's called a motion for summary judgment, and then typically they'll foreclose on you within 30 to 40 days after that. Basically, if you don't answer and they foreclose, that's going to lead to a deficiency. And basically what a deficiency judgment is, to make it easy for you, say you have a $200,000 mortgage and basically they foreclose on you. They'll probably sell the house at a judicial sale for about 50% of what that price is, or what your mortgage was, and that'll lead to a $100,000 judgment against you. They'll have 5 years to collect on that judgment. And typically what we're seeing now is a lot of these judgments are being placed with collection agencies who buy them for 10 cents on the dollar, and then they come after you afterwards. And the only way to really avoid it, or get out of it for that matter, is to bankrupt yourself out of it or come to some type of settlement. Real quick, the bank issues are many. In a lot of cases, I know the most common thing that clients come to me, they say, hey, well, they don't have the original note. And while that's one defense, you have a lot more defenses than that. But yes, that is true. In a lot of cases, they've lost your original documents. In 2004 through 2006, a lot of you may be familiar with what the banks did. They basically used a company called MERS, which stands for Mortgage Electronic Registration Service. And what happened was your mortgage has become a commodity. It's not really a mortgage. It's a commodity that's placed into a tranche of different type of mortgages, and it's handled by what's called servicers. The most common ones that you may see when you make your payments are BAC, Litton, or LBPS. And basically, these servicers basically service a trust. And obviously what's happening now is these trusts aren't getting properly serviced. So these servicers are doing whatever they can to try to obviously get you to do a payback plan, which would basically be a disaster for you, to pay all the penalties up front and try to catch up on your mortgage, which most people can't do. So what are your options? Basically, one, you could do nothing, and they'll do exactly what I just said. They'll foreclose on you, and they'll get a deficiency against you. Or you can hire counsel, hire somebody like Chris, obviously, to place you with the proper counsel, and then file your affirmative defenses and your answers. What that hopefully leads to, what we try to do is get the posture of the case basically where they can't foreclose on you, where they can't locate certain documents. And then basically what happens, there's three types of settlements. One is a deed in lieu of foreclosure, which just basically means you hand them the deed. The HAFA program, I just recently had a case that settled last week on a deed in lieu of foreclosure where they even actually paid over $4,000 for my client to relocate. Typically, it needs to be a Fannie Mae loan, so it's very typical on, or very specific on what the bank will accept as far as a deed in lieu of foreclosure.